job seekers looking for a job, employers looking for employees, and El Paso Community College bringing them both together. How? We'll speak with Estela Ortiz, the program specialist for the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training at El Paso Community College, about just that. I'm Duke Keith. This is El Paso Townsquare. Welcome to El Paso Townsquare. Very pleased to be speaking with Estela Ortiz from El Paso Community College. As everybody, we've talked about the job fair this last week, but EPCC does so very much in our community to get people educated and prepared in all sorts of different ways. I know EPCC, Estela, offers baccalaureate programs. You can get a bachelor's degree. You can get all sorts of associate degree programs, but there are other programs that you don't need a degree for, but you do need certification. EPCC has kind of filled that role all throughout its existence, hasn't it?
Yes, it sure has, Duke. I mean, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here to talk about the great, training opportunities that are offered through EPCC. I work with the Continuing Education and Workforce Development branch of the college, which offers, alternate non-credit classes, vocational training, business programs, and several career development courses. And the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training, which is a department that I works under this branch. And the EPC Center for Corporate and Workforce Training, we provide training to participants, to prepare them for employment. We provide quality educational programs that promote self-sufficiency that meet employers' needs.
Well, this is the cool thing. I mean, it's basically certification for all sorts of different things, everything from medical fields to mechanic. Talk about some of the different programs that I guess that people are really, especially employers, are looking for. There's so many, we're all coming out of this COVID thing, and the pandemic has really dictated terms on your job and obviously what the community college can do, as well as employment around the Sun City. There are a lot of folks looking for jobs right now, but maybe they don't have the certifications. Go ahead.
There's so many, Duke. You're so right. There are a lot of, especially like military spouses and our veterans, and just different individuals in the community that want short-term training, and we provide those opportunities, those short-term trainings and workplace skills, in addition to just so many continuing education vocational programs. For instance, we have, auto collision and repair. We have automotive repair. We have motorcycle repair as well. Right now, I really want to focus on a couple of courses I want to start in March. Can I go ahead and talk about those?
Oh, absolutely.
We have a blueprint reading for construction. I mean, this course, it's an introductory course. It provides the students with tools and methodology for, interpretation of blueprints, which, that's the start for somebody that wants to go into the construction, professionally, that skill, that area. And then we also have a construction cost estimating, which is, starts to your path to becoming a very important, this is a very important part of our contractors organization, is to be able to do cost estimating. For instance, bidding procedures and building construction surveys. So that also starts in March. Really want to be able to let the community know that these programs are out there for them if they want to start on a new career or strengthen the current career that they currently have.
This is really cool because you don't think of those things. I mean, if you're thinking road construction, you're thinking the dudes out there with the vests and just actually working on stuff, as well as obviously the engineers. But there are so many things in between, and we have so much. I mean, you look at the roads, there's so much going on right now. This is a very integral part of putting things together, and that infrastructure, which apparently, lots of folks are investing in putting things up in El Paso.
They are. They want to be able to just make themselves marketable and be able to obtain employment. We also want to tell you that JR Online is a partner with us, and those are online courses that people can take online. They're 100% online, self-paced, and instructor-led. And in our EPCC website under the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training, there's so much information on this JR Online as well. So, they want to be able to get hazmat, training or enhance that program. They want to get office skills. All those are online as well.
See, and this is cool too, because I know that, there's EPCC. Obviously, you talk about community college, you think associate's degrees and those things. I know that there's also the vocational training, but EPCC is almost a clearinghouse. We talked last week about the job fair that just went on this week. There are lots of different ways for you to be involved and educating yourself as well as certifying yourself. And this is just another way. This JAR online thing is actually kind of cool because it does offer 100% online. It's not through community college, but you are the ones who are linking to this, right? They're part of your deal.
Yes, that's true, dude. Those are the ones, we are partnering with them, and then they're easy to use, they're highly interactive, and there's so many courses listed in there. So you want to take it online, it's available there for you.
It's really nice, and there's all sorts of stuff that we talk about. The hazmat, you kind of touched on that. OSHA, EPA, DOT compliant, things where you can find those skills. I'm sure it's everything from testing water to handling chemicals and how that process is done. You need those certifications to have those kinds of jobs, and 100% online means you could do it any time of the day or night.
Yes, for sure. That's the thing to do now, especially right now with this new adjustment to life with the COVID and so many adjustments we've had to make. So this would be something great out there for anybody that wants to take those courses online.
This is really cool because I know that, obviously with something that's 100% online, you can start it and stop it as you need to, as you kind of go through the process. We can get further into that, but I know you also have some courses that are starting pretty soon through your office with EPCC proper. I talk about what's coming up for people and kind of deadlines to enroll and what you guys are offering through El Paso Community College.
Those two that I talked to you about right now are the ones that will be starting March the 3rd and then March the 6th. They're held on Mondays and Wednesdays and then Saturdays for those that want to take it on Saturday. And again, it's blueprint reading and construction. You learn the basics of blueprint reading. And the other one is construction cost estimating, which also gives you an overview of all the cost estimating of building construction. Those are the ones that are currently, we really want to focus on because they're getting ready to start on March the 3rd.
Outstanding. And we are speaking once again with Estela Ortiz, the program specialist for the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training. And this is important. I imagine you work a lot with companies around El Paso, not only to know what they need for future employees, but also to place those employees who've kind of gone through your process, correct?
That is correct. We partner with companies in our community. We provide customer service training for them in the past. We customize that training to help their needs. They let us know, well, we want to focus on this type of customer services in everything we do. So what can you do for us to be able to customize some customer service for our employees and to be able to maintain that customer pool and be bringing in more people. So that's another thing we focus on is doing the customized training for different companies. We've worked with King's Air, for instance. We've worked with Benny's Pawn Shop. We're currently wanting to do some work with Windstar. So, there's different companies out there that reach out to us to be able to help them train their employees.
That's really cool. So, and it could be their current employees. It could be you just, wanting to go into those kinds of fields. Lots of different ways to approach this. And again, as we kind of come out of the pandemic this year that we've dealt with, a lot of folks looking for jobs and a lot of employers, frankly, looking to kind of ramp their operations back up and get back to working. And I imagine that they're just as anxious to find qualified people in El Paso as the folks are to look for a job.
They sure are. Just look us up where you can reach us online under El Paso Community College, epc.edu. Search for this for our department, which is the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training. And this website gives you more information on that. If not, our information as far as Our phone number, 831-7756 or 831-7824. We've got our numbers also, so if they have any other questions or need further information.
This is really cool. And once again, it is the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training. You can go to epcc.edu/academics/continuing education, and then corporate and workforce training /corporate and workforce training if you want to do this online. Once again, speaking with Estela Ortiz. Estela, as you kind of look forward, obviously, you've seen what EPCC has been. You kind of see where it's headed. What do you think is kind of next on the horizon for what you guys are going to do? Is it a lot more working with companies specifically to get folks trained up for their specific jobs? Is that kind of the way you see things going, or is there something else that might be on the horizon that people can kind of look forward to?
Well, a lot of focus on the companies right now is just trying to strengthen the skills and build up the skills of the employees that they currently have. Need be, they have to be able to also reach to the community to get employees that meet those skills that those companies need. So our focus would be to, of course, partner with these companies, let them know that we're available to, train their employees, whether it's in computer skills, maybe they want to have those computer skills as well, so we can, customize some training, whether it's Excel training, maybe, those, we want to be able to help them enhance the skills of the employees that they currently have, or get them to hire employees that have those skills available for them so that they could be more successful in their business.
Outstanding. And how long do the courses that you're talking about, the ones that are going to start on March the 3rd and the 6th, relating to construction, how long do those courses go? I know you say that they're different meeting days a week, but how long can somebody expect to be in training?
As far as this short-term courses, like one of them that starts on March the 3rd on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm looking here as far as the actual, I believe it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. It could be even longer. I mean, it depends on,
sure.
on the number of students we've got and how many classes we can hold.
Okay, so that's part of it as well. Is that you're looking to see who's going to actually show up and be a part of this, and then when you can kind of schedule things around it. But 3 to 6 weeks is, I mean, that's not a lot when you're looking for a certification that could be your career. That's a good investment. And speaking of investment, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then depending on, maybe they want to be able to provide even more training to the current blueprint reading for construction program. Maybe we want to add additional subjects that need to be covered. Maybe we need to extend the training a little bit more. It would also depend on that.
Sure.
Duke.
Yeah, and I imagine
that's what we want to do. We want to be able to have enough students to be able to open the classes. It's got to be cost feasible too. So we have to have enough students to be able to open the classes.
Got it. Okay, so that's very important, and you want those students in there. But I know that obviously different courses are going to require different certifications, and there's a whole different process for what you get into. But for some of these programs you do work with, I imagine that people can apply for this grant or this piece of aid and things of that nature too. And is this does your office kind of handle that as well, or at least point you in directions where you might be able to get some financial help to do these things?
Some of the courses, I'm glad you mentioned that, because most of the courses are self-paid.
Okay.
But a lot of the times they're able to get maybe the courses paid through maybe grant funding. Maybe they can get the courses paid through funds that are available to them through partners that we currently have. For instance, the Workforce Solutions. They also sometimes have funds to be able to pay for the Workforce Solutions Borderplex. Maybe they're referred to us by there. Maybe there's some funding that's available to pay for the courses. So, like I said, they're either self-pay, or if they qualify, they can receive some kind of funding to a specialized, to a sponsored partner or agency or business.
See, that's really neat. And I imagine that plenty of employers know that there are a lot of folks out there that are just going to be strapped for cash and will want to offer something for people to be, to get certified so they can get hired. And again, this is,
right.
You do kind of pair people up that way, correct? This is kind of what your office does a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is cool. And it's if you want to submit a resume and ideas, you can do so ccwt at epcc.edu. And again, that's the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training, ccwt at epcc.edu. And apply for these things. And again, coming up very early next month. So here in just the next week and a half to a couple of weeks, it's going to be starting for some of these courses at El Paso Community College. Speaking again with Estela Ortiz, as the workforce kind of ramps up, I know that part of the issue in El Paso, we always talk about the brain drain, and then people talk about who's got a degree, what's the education level in El Paso, and El Paso's not considered kind of a well-read place, or lots of folks with bachelor's and advanced degrees and things like that. But there are so many people and so many jobs out there that require these kinds of certifications and this kind of training that El Paso Community College offers. It kind of gets overlooked sometimes in this kind of battle for the brain drain, not draining El Paso of its resources. Everybody thinks that these jobs don't exist. There are some good paying jobs that you can get with this kind of training, correct?
Yes, and I think right now in this day and time, a lot of employers think certifications is the key. They want to be able to hire people that are certified, that have those certifications, whether it be in management, whether it be in construction, it's just different type of certifications that now employers are really looking for.
And this is a key.
Meditation. Yes, that's key.
And this is what your office does, with the El Paso Community College Center for Corporate and Workforce Training. And it is important, especially as, there are federal regulations and state regulations and the I's that need to be dotted and the T's that need to be crossed. That's a lot of what this is, isn't it? Just kind of learning to kind of go through the system and check off all these boxes. Yeah, I know how to do that. Yeah, I need to fill out this form.
Yes, it is. That's very important.
Okay. Once again, this is the office or the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training, speaking with Estela Ortiz, and these classes are being offered right now, especially in these construction fields. What's the phone number again, Estela, if people wanted to just call you?
The phone number again, if contact information is 831-7756 or 831-7824.
7824. Okay. So 831, that's 915-831-7756 or 831-7824 for the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training. And yes. And please keep us up to date on what new might be coming down the pike, if you've got new programs or a specialty field, or if an organization reaches out to you and say, I know that we keep hearing about the big Amazon distribution center that's going to open up, people that might be looking specifically for folks with those kinds of certifications. Just let us know and keep us up to date, Estela. We appreciate your time today.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here and talk to you about all this, and thank you so much, Duke. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Again, the phone numbers for the Center for Corporate and Workforce Training, 915-831-7756 or 915-831-7824. Email them at ccwt@epcc.edu or go to epcc.edu/academics/continuing education and find corporate and workforce training. Our thanks to you as well for listening today. Until next week, I'm Duke Keith. This is El Paso Townsquare. So long, everybody.